about it?
Well, a couple of things. One is, and it just behind you here is a model of the South Saskatchewan and actually the entire Saskatchewan River Basin. And what we have there is a little bit of an ecosystem called a swale, a bioswale. And it shows how swales, like little low wetlands, can help clean. They act as the kidneys to our river. So if we have green areas next to the river that is natural, like across over here, there's lots of natural area, that's really important to cleaning up, to clean the chemicals out of the river before it hits the river. And that's the best thing, is to prevent it in the first place. And so there's those non-point sources of pollution, and then there's point sources like storm sewers. And that's an area where we do have to work harder as a community, and maybe looking at putting in, we call them storm scepters, things to clean out some of the stuff out of stormwater before it gets into the river. And there's an example again behind you at the there's a little bridge behind you at River Landing, and there's a little wetland there that's a really important fish habitat. And we have a thing called storm scepter there, that when the storm water comes through, this cleans it out, so that a lot of the garbage from the storm water doesn't get into the river.
How can we aware people about this thing, and how can we prevent this stuff, like how can we prevent water pollution in the river, and what can we do, what can the environment this can do about this?
Well, I think two of the main areas of water pollution in Saskatchewan, one is right here. We're in a beautiful city of Saskatoon, but we have a lot of effluent going into the water. And so there's all sorts of contaminants, potential contaminants anyway, in that effluent water. So people could be more aware of maybe, say, the soap they buy phosphate-free soap, so that we're not putting that into the water. Or they could be careful about what they're dumping down the drains. So rather than dumping old pharmaceuticals down the toilet, bring it back to your pharmacist so it can be properly disposed of. So those are some simple actions that an urban setting could take. There's also the agricultural setting as well. There's potential contaminants there. One way we can prevent that kind of pollution is moving any kind of potential contaminant, like cows, for example. Their poo can get in the water. So if we move those cows away from the water and have watering systems away from the water, then that's one way we could prevent it.